Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA. Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Coaching Youth Hoops Podcast.
They're playing
Basketball. Here's our hosts, Steve Collins. And Bill Flitter.
All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops.
Coach, how are you?
I'm all right. Spring is in the air.
It's getting there. Yeah, it's sunny in California today. It's
sunny.
Got
First of
with rain.
all, we pre-record some of these, but it's sunny every day in California.
Somewhere, maybe not by me every day, but somewhere.
Just about every day. What are you talking
Just about every day now. At least good weather, right? We pay for it though. It's very expensive for that weather that we have.
Yes, you pay for it in a lot of ways. Yes, you do. Hopefully California doesn't fall into the ocean.
Oh my gosh, you know how many times I hear that from people from Wisconsin?
We must have learned.
Common thing.
We must have learned that.
It's going to fall. Yeah.
We must have learned that in some history book, because we both went to Wisconsin schools. We must have learned that in some.
It had to be, right?
Somebody
the way the
somewhere.
plates work, and it's at the end. It's going to fall off. Yeah. So, and we get earthquakes, of course. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Never experienced an earthquake, have you?
Oh yeah. Nothing too large like they had in '89, but I mean, there's definitely how long is this one going to last? Yeah, definitely. Rattles the house.
Have things fall off shelves and?
No, not that big. Knock on wood. So yeah, nothing.
How far are you from a fault line?
30 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
does your homeowner's insurance cover that?
Homeowner's insurance in California? What?
Do you have that? You have that, right?
Yeah. They anyway, we won't go into this subject. Okay. It's a sore subject for Californians right now because everybody's pulling out of California home insurance. One has to do with the Fed, it has to do with the state government, but two also has to do with the fires that we've had for the last number of years during the drought. So they're all pulling out.
It's same like Florida too. In Florida,
is that the same thing?
Yeah, with the hurricanes and stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Hey, we talk about everything at Coaching Youth Hoops. This is us, right. Bill and I, just catching up when we talk to each other. What this is.
Anyway. All my California coaches listening to this are like, they're nodding their heads, and everybody else is like,
"What?
Come on, guys, get to the subject. Get to the subject."
All right, we're gonna talk. This is a special subject to me because I did this with my son, and this is about 3-point shooting at the youth level.
Yeah, and guess what? They all want to do:
shoot threes.
Shoot threes. First thing they do in the gym, second grade on up, they're trying to shoot threes.
Oof.
Right?
Yep. I didn't let my son shoot a three until he was in middle school.
So what, 5th, 6th grade you're talking about?
Sixth grade.
6th grade, yeah. And why is that?
Because he wasn't strong enough, and I didn't want to mess his form. And I still had to fix his form between 9th and 10th grade because he's still a little bit of a It was a little bit of a shove
a
rather
push.
than
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Huh.
So
Well,
here's the issue with 3-pointers is it's distance, strength, and form, and they don't have the strength to get it to a 10-foot hoop. It'd be like you and I shooting on I did the math. It's like an 18-foot hoop.
right.
Be like you and I shooting on an 18-foot hoop. Like I can't get that. I mean, I gotta because I gotta get it
Yeah,
up
you really
there.
got to shove, right?
So all of a sudden, it's if you're fine with that, you're gonna have to change the form at some point, or it's gonna be horrible when they're in third grade and they're trying to shoot threes.
Okay, here's a challenge question for you though. With proper form, we have proper form.
Yep.
Okay. I'm shooting with my legs. I'm lifting,
Yep.
They got
There
tapping my
aren't many
toes,
fifth graders that can do that.
but it's possible.
Yep. And it's possible for me to win Powerball too. No,
Yeah.
it is possible. Those are what we would refer to statistically as outliers.
Yeah.
There aren't many third graders that can do proper form from that distance.
Yeah. They have proper form inside, but pushing it the ball that, yeah, I agree with that. But I think
so there might be a
to...
fine line between third and fifth, but I mean, we could probably count on one hand in the state of Wisconsin the number of fifth graders that have perfect form, third graders that have perfect form from 3-point line.
I actually played against a player, one of the last tournaments, fifth grade girl, hit 2 threes with, you can imagine, one of my specialties is shooting form.
Right.
And and my mouth was open. She had perfect form from the 3-point line.
And you know why your mouth was open? Because it was like seeing a unicorn. It was an outlier. It was something that wasn't normal. It was like, oh my gosh, perfect. Caitlin Clark said,
I'm sure she was shooting threes.
I'm sure she was, but she's not normal. LeBron was probably dunking in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Giannis was probably, okay, yes.
Yeah.
And it might be your son or daughter that you're listening. But statistically speaking, probably not.
Well, let's talk about when do you think that they're developed enough where, okay, now this is
here's what
should start.
So shooting wise, you should just slowly move them out. So it's almost like getting a driver's license. Okay, let's shoot 6-footers. Let me watch your form. Okay, you can shoot any 6-footer you get because your form looks good. And then you move them slowly out until they get to the 3-point line. It's getting, when can you pass the test to do it? That's my opinion.
You know what I found too, Coach, is crazy. The magic 3-point line. So imagine the 3-point line and you have your heels on the inside touching the 3-point line though. So the back of your heel is touching the 3-point line. Okay. I can shoot and this is, me teaching my kids, right? I can shoot and make shots from there. Then I step over the 3-point line, right? That's a psychological thing where I'm like, oh, now I'm at the 3-point line and my shot is all wonky and I can't hit anything. So it's overcoming that, that magical 3-point line barrier, psychological barrier as well. Yeah. And your wife can probably speak to the psychology part of that.
There is. It's like the worst shot in what is that? The worst shot in basketball, that middle.
Oh, yeah. The one when you're, the long two.
The long two.
Yeah. But yeah, again, obviously player specific, and you got to know your players. But if we're talking about a general rule, yeah, you can start practice 5th grade for boys, 6th grade for girls. Again, general rule, right?
Right.
I'm throwing that out there.
Yeah, I don't think there's a perfect, it's like a perfect answer to this.
Well, there is in the sense of if they're in 3rd and 4th grade and you're forcing them to jack threes, you're gonna have a lot of work to do.
A lot
when
of
they
work.
Get older.
A lot, and that's the issue. Is like, is it important to win that 3rd grade game on a Tuesday and whatever, or is it more important to work on form? I think the form is Yeah, much more important. All right. Anything else, Coach?
No, just keep the kids in and start work on form. I love your solutions. Start them up close, work them back. And if if they're progressing, then just keep on going.
Yeah, we got some great stuff in coachingyouthhoops.com too for shooting and all sorts of stuff.
Drills and
and all that stuff. So go over and check out coachingyouthhoops.com.
All right, Coach, till next time.
All right, till next time.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.